I'm near the top of this wee hill now. I've only got 30 odd minutes memory left in this memory card. I hadn't intended to come up here. And I thought I had the laptop with me. The memory card wasn't blanked out when I started. 128 gigabyte card. But even if you're not interested in forts, it's a lovely walk. There's the fort above us there now. So that there is exactly the same as the bunker down below. It's got the wee doors and all, and the wee sliding holes to shoot out of. Those are more modern fence posts. These wee tighteners are a lot smaller. And you're in the nuts and bolts now. You got away now from the blacksmith and the cast iron. Even the gate's pretty modern looking. It is a modern gate. It's just it's welded now, so it's a new gate, it's not the original. I just thought after that it might be, but nah, it's not original. So all these wee gun things, I think I was here before, you know, because I remember the bombs from the basement being wound up the top. See, I could get myself a grey fort, but I think I was also here. Well, you kept the bombs underneath, and you used a winch, and you winched them up to the upper deck where the guns were. But because bombs are explosives and all the rest, the winches were made of wood. They were chains and they're wood, so the bombs always touched the wood. Didn't have metal and metal contact. And because it would take a while doing this, your ships are coming up the lock. So you get a few of them ready, and you put them in the wee lockers around your gun for handiness. So the first ones you shoot off, you didn't have to winch them up right away. You had them there ready. But if they were running out, the boys could winch the ones up. Because you didn't want one shell hitting your rounds and then the whole thing going up. You wanted so if it hit the gun, the rounds wouldn't have went off. So you kept them in steel lockers. And maybe one steel locker would have been open with 5 or 6 rounds in it, they would have lost that. But the remaining guns could have still used the rounds in the other lockers. Once you get off all the blood and guts off, the boys would blew up after those, out of the way. So these are all going to be similar things here. That one there's going to be a bit more damage. Look, they're all open, aren't they? There's the metal door line there. There isn't metal doors inside. It's a lot smaller. Exactly the same. You got the wee sliding. Look, there's double ones there. The ones below are only single. So you have 2 levels of steel. You can shoot down and shoot out. Now bear in mind this could have been adapted. You know, when they built this, what kind of rifles were they using? You know, the holes are bigger. A telegraph pole. How's that?
Right.
Not coming this way? Go where we didn't come. You got the smallest me. I haven't even ordered my t-shirt with me. Do you know why I don't need it?
I'm comfortable.
Up the foot level.
You're Danny, a good boy. You got a big sticker, huh? You go right on the phone.
I don't know how you do it. I walked away. There's nothing there. All that money.
That looks like a wee unofficial entrance. These boys ended up in round but couldn't get in. But maybe they weren't determined enough. Then again, iron bars no wonder. You need more to do with storage in it. Big thick walls, whatever it is. Really thick walls. Double doors going in there. Yeah, you see the roof's all concrete, all the big iron girders. So that they could store ammunition in there. See, that's what it is, it's ammunition. You see where the building's built, with a ditch all around it? So that's where they kept the explosives, the shells. Because if that went up, you don't want to kill everybody. So you can't look at the doors. That's where they kept the ammunition. Stairs going up. You've got cast iron, this thing with a slit here. Lift it up, you lifted that up. Open the doors up, big heavy doors. So it's just a big place to keep your bombs. What do you call it? There's a name for it. Magazine. A magazine store. See the wooden shelves there? The shells could be kept in that, but you think there'd be a crane on it. But you've all them iron beams holding the roof up. You could have put a crane on them. Same colour blue paint again. Divided. There's doors in the middle. I suppose you had a wee boy in there in the office. You asked for a couple of rounds of ammunition, he had to book them out. Oh, he had his sign there with a cold pen. And then when they brought them in from the boats, somebody had to bring them up here. Probably up that same lane we came up. So the rest of that there now is just basically bunker. The front utility part, this is just bunker here, like. The thing they blew up. So it's designed to blow up the way. The wall's thicker at the bottom and the top. So when she blows, it blows the roof off instead of blowing the whole camp to smithereens. So no point in going any further, well, we're not going to see nothing there. If we're up this ditch here, hold on there, Pat, hold on. I'm not the first to go up here, we step. So there's the original gun in its original place. Wiring on top of this, just like a big hull. So there's the proper guns there. So we're going out and see the proper guns now. Well, that's where they should be instead of... You see, if they want to have tours here, make a wee railway up here. See if you had a wee cable car or a wee railway. And make it obvious that it wasn't original. And let people see the guns where they were. So that's your wee office part there. That's your administration. And the bulk of the bombs were kept behind that bunker. Like, you don't want a wee boy coming in drunk with a cigar busting that door. How you doing?
How you doing, you well?
Not so bad. There's not a big lot to see round the corner. That must have just been where they kept the bombs in there.
Do you think?
You see the ditch is high all round.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So whenever she blows, it doesn't take the camp with it.
Yeah. That's it.
You see the back there, the way the wall's really thick.
Yes.
So that's more the administration part there.
Oh.
And then once you go to the back, that's where they kept all the shells and
That's
all.
where the action was.
It's still worth seeing, like, but it's... I wouldn't walk around all that.
Yeah.
It's too big, like.
It's okay.
Alright, good luck. Come on now, Wallow. See, they don't believe me. They don't believe me. Want to see it for themselves. But why not have a wee sign here? On Casual Austell, the wee signs telling you what was behind the mounds of clay. How you doing? Nobody wants maps, you just want a wee sign. People want to know, what is it I'm looking at? That's all they want to know. There in front of me, what is it? Wee sign telling you what it is. But the thing is, in the other place I say the shells would be brought in by hoist. So does that go underground to load these guns as the tunnels underground? Or had they bring them down these lanes? All depends when they built it. See, look at this now, Walter, look at this. This is getting interesting now, isn't it? This is what I was thinking on here now, Walter. This. Stay there, pet. This is where you would keep your shells underneath. Nothing here. You think they built them for nothing? That was shells. You might even carry them buggers up and down here. But Later on, the wee winch, well, and used to winch them up. They no harm telling, but they could come in here with a pair of stack of tours, couldn't they? This is a site. This is one of the site places. This is what this is. Rangefinder. That was easy to find now. Well, we don't often see these things because they're always a bit away from the guns. So that's just basically a wee storage shed. They wouldn't have kept rounds in there because the rangefinder had to be at a certain height in a certain place. And that they just had to build it up, so they made it in there. Because they anyway, they had to make it into something. Had the ground been level, they wouldn't have dug down. That's my theory. That's all theories. Well, I'm not a historian. Like, I just walk around looking at things and compare what I see one place to another. I say you want to keep your guns away from the main fort because you don't want anybody blowing up your tea room. Blow up the tea room, morale goes down. Hold on, Wallow. Right, I don't know much battery. I'll explain this now, my theory anyway. Big gun up there, shells in them cupboards, main shells underneath to get the main shells in that big thing we've seen. But still, you've got to get shells out to these boys. They're running short. They're short of stuff. Well, in case this battery runs out, I have to go down here, pet. Hold on there, Willow. Down here, I'm expecting to see the cradle that lifts the bombs up. Now, maybe this camp never had them. There should be a winch with wooden slots. And these shells are shells. They're not the big ones that you see in the big navy ships blasted out for miles. Hold on there, pest, stay there. Why do I always need a torch? Everywhere I go. Back to the phone again. Let's go and run out this here. Nobody else has run around with torches. Why is everything interesting? There, look, see. There's a job there now. You put your shell on this here. Put your shell on that. See the wee flat bit? That holds the bottom of your shell. See them grooves? Whenever you put that up, your shell now sits pointing up the ways. See the chain? The boy now hoists that up, and that pulls your bomb up to the very top. They lift it out. And there's probably another one there in the back. Bring it back down, get the next shell on. There you go, there, look. There's the handle. I ain't going to turn that handle now, let's try it, it's not. So the boy down here, see we took the wall out, wee knuckles were hitting the wall there. Why did they not let you down here to see that? That ain't going to fall. That's blast proof. Somebody else bringing the wee shells up there for handiness. They're bringing them. Oh, that there boy there. Another shell loader. This one's spring loaded here. That's come to another gun. Somebody put a fire rocket in there. So you put your shell there, roll it, set the shell there pre-loaded. The boy's coming. The shell's up in them seats and tables and everywhere. I don't know what's going on in the GoPro. And put the shell there, roll them on there. Look how quick you get the bombs up there. Roll the next one on. Roll the next one on. So they're blasting away like. Oh, this chain here. What's this? Look. That's how you work that. But turn that handle there around there. And come on, Wallow. That there would work that winch. So there's two guns supported here now. And all these tables got its shells. But bear in mind this could still get hit. So you don't want to have too many shells in here. So you still got your main big battery there. Have a see now, what's that? That door there, the door slid shut there. What the nails sticking up there? That's just dangerous down here, the nails. See up there, we put. You see, I'm not all into this here, like, but shells, it could be these boys are wearing wooden shoes, bare feet, could be a wee bit of water in there to stop static. You know when you go into the swimming pool, you have to go through the water. Okay, there's Army writing there. So all these are storage places here now. Double doors here, double doors. These shelves. Now, unusual, there's nowhere to go for pee. If it's an emergency, you just have to push it in the bucket out here. But there's your iron bars, no wonder. Keep boys out. But there's no tunnel here to the main big place. So you still had to, before the battle started, you had to bring the stuff across from the main big place. Whoa, back, whoa! Whoa, back, whoa! Whoa! Can't turn this off now. That's worth us seeing there if you got a torch.
Is it? What is it, I wonder?
See all them lockers? See all them lockers?
Yeah.
They want to keep the guns away from the fort. So when the enemy goes to shoot back, they want to knock out the gun. You don't want to lose your bed. You don't want to lose the canteen. Keep your guns away.
Yes.
If that gun gets a direct hit, you don't want all your explosives going up. So you kept the spares in them lockers. So at any one time, maybe 3 or 4 explosives are next to the gun, they go up. But them lockers are going to run out. There's a storage underneath. And if you go underneath with a torch, they have the mechanism where they wind the explosives up.
Yeah.
There's chains, there's 2 of them.
To pull them up.
So the bombs underneath, they're probably about that size. You set it on the table, you push it forward, it puts it into the
breach.
it's not like the actual gun itself, just bringing it up here. So I'm glad they found out where it came out.
Yes.
And then your boy wound it, brought it up, and then the boy would come in and put it into one of them lockers or the gun or whatever. So he probably couldn't have wound as quick as that thing could fire.
Yes.
Which is why you had to have a few
You
spares.
had a few spares, yeah.
And then they had to go down and get them from that big thing and restock later.
Yeah.
Depending how long it was on for.
Yeah, yeah.
But like people should be allowed down. That is the main thing there.
Is it?
That's how the fort worked.
Yeah. Imagine.
I was just interested would they have an underground tunnel going from there to there, but no, I don't see that.
Sugar.
You
You
think?
know what
All I used was the mobile phone touch.
Yeah, I've 6% left. I might have enough left to go down.
See, you go down that wee door there.
Yeah.
Just go to the room to the right, and there's one straight in front of you, and the other one's to the left. The other ones are just storage, like.
Yeah.
And you see the wee mechanisms.
Yes.
You can't turn them, but you can lift the thing up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth a seeing, like.
Yes. Yes, very good. Very good. Did you have any army experience yourself?
No, but I like going around out buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
And you see when you see ones like this falling down,
Yes.
you can see how things work.
Yeah, yes.
You know, if you went to a National Trust property or something, you don't get behind the
Oh,
scenes.
gee.
Everything's perfect. You don't see how it works.
You do not.
You know, even down the bottom, you can see the well where they pump the water out of the ground for
Oh,
drinking
yeah.
water. It's still there. The door's lying off.
Stop it.
You know, but a lot of these out National Trust properties, you'll see, if you go out so far back, they would have wells and stuff on pumps, and they don't shoot on that.
Yeah.
If you've got a wee dog, you get around all these traces. Yeah, and you discover them all.
Yes.
There's the main big gun here. The end blocked up with wood. Went 360. There's the lockers. Wee bit of shelter here. Probably the holes is for the recoil. Get the blast air out. All the lockers for the rounds. But there's the top of the shell lift. That's the shell lift that went at a diagonal. There's the chain. And you see this bit here? That's a wee clicker thing to stop the round going backwards. So when you go up with click, 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 stop the round running backwards. That's a diagonal one there. On this way, well. How's that? That's rusted solid. That's the vertical lift there. Same idea. But when the shell came up here vertically, you had to pull it at an angle. Stayed it off there. What's unusual there is it's got a bit of metal. Because all the rest is all wood. Everything's lined with wood. That's wood. But they put metal on there for some reason. What's that for there? So everything else is lined with wood. Maybe they just got fed up with pressing the wood. I'll take a chance. wee shortcuts and all. Look at the electricity. Any electricity? Gee, all mud cons, well, all mud cons. Electric box. Wooden floor again. Something up there. See, another thing, I don't know if it is or not, but when these bombs came, the diffusers had to put in manually. So when they put the bombs in, do you not screw the fuse in? Or we're on about a different era. And all we holy hole, whatever. I wonder. There's wee brackets there. There's a lot here you don't know about. You see that there's painted green, a bit of green paint. So there were shelves there. There's shelves running along this wall. A water storage tank. Two shelves in there. See, wherever the shelves in there, there's people shooting at you. You want a bit of protection whatever you're doing. You're standing here doing whatever it is you have to do. It would even be a radio. Bear in mind, see, because these forts go over different ages, like. When was it actually abandoned? Not that there, huh? I don't know, I'll put the GoPro. There's a hole up there which takes us outside. There's a hole down there which I can't see. And there's a wee door, that's the same as the door down below. So what was the door there for? Was that just like to the fumes out at certain times? There a wee air vent up there. Look at this here, you see. What is that? What's that all about? Ah, that's for guns. Is that a gun rack? That'd be a gun rack there, would it? Your camp's been overrun, the bombs have failed. So you go and grab a pile of guns. That's what it looks like to me, well. But that's in here. I can't see people going the way to bring that in here. That's a ton weight, whatever that is. It's like a homemade job, but it's a ton weight. That's for bombs there, to lower them down. Whenever you bring them in, and you want to lower them down until I think, oh, so we're going to have to do that one too, well. But it's going to be the same idea, so that's going to be a duplicate of the other one. Exact duplicate of the other one. You got your storage on here. There's your bombs come up there. The other one had a vertical one and had a horizontal one. See if it's the same. Same type of gun, same type of wall. The wall's on the same side, funny enough. So it just must be the way the weather comes. Or it could be they want the view blocked. There's the other one now, but it's got the wee door on it. So the other one would have a door on as well. No point in the shell coming down and hitting your bomb bay underneath. Oh, here's a wee diagram here. It shows it. See how right or how wrong I am. I was only showing the gun. Exact same as the other one, except this one's hard to get down. No, it's not harder to get down. I'm gonna get the phone out again. What? How many times will I say I must bring a torch? I give up. And like the last time I took the torch into the cave, it wasn't so bright. It appeared bright to me, but it wasn't bright to the camera. Oh look, this one here's got a window down here. The other one had a window too. That's right. That have. Because you can be right down here, like here, you stay down here all the time. This one's still got the original doors. Double doors. Look, is that a gun rack again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guns. I don't know, but see. We'll see if there be troughs on the floor in this one. They watch out for nails. You see, with these bombs, were they sitting on shelves? Were they sitting in boxes? Boxes? What's this? What's this? Wouldn't have a shelf, that, would you? That's a wee shelf off the wall. There's a different one here now. No, it's not the same. It's the exact same. That's your vertical one there. And the wee bit of the walls taken out. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's working. It's working. Oh my god, look at that! Look at that! Is this camera getting it? I don't see. Set it there. Turn the handle. And it's still working after all these years. You see, oh, I've already seen it. Maybe. I might make sure it gets it on. Right, here's the handle here. The handle is turning. Now, not only do you see it, you hear it. You can hear the noise it makes. That's the one where the cap at the top is closed shut. Because the cap is closed shut, the rain hasn't got in, it hasn't rusted up. See, you think you've seen it all, it's worth checking everything out. There's the other one there, that's not going to go, she's well anchored in. I was not happy. I just hope this turns out in camera. I'll just see if I can see it and check the screen. Does that even show up, does it? From what I can see here, it shows up. There's the handle now. The turner, all wooden. Probably lead paint. So we see the wee trough there, Red colours, danger. Dip your toes in the water. This has a gate. So this is where the main explosives would have been kept here. The explosives are sitting in here. I'm probably prepared, or else the other way around. No, the explosives are stored in here in the boxes, put through there, and the boy over there prepares them. He's putting the fuses in them. And as he puts the fuses in them, he hoists them up. But why does he not have his feet in water? And that's just a wee place probably they sat and they had the wee tea break and all that there, because you don't want to go leaving this place. You know, well, you can't come at any time. Napoleon, well, he didn't. So there's the same wee cupboard in the other place, and it's got two doors. This one's more intact. In the other place, and there's your doors and all still work. Doors and all are still working. The wee lock's taken out. The boy, whenever the boy locked the place up, he probably took that wee lock home and put it in his garden shape. All whitewashed and all, because the lights wouldn't have been as bright down here. But they did have electric lighting. Definitely worth a seeing. Definitely worth a seeing there. But just be prepared. There's been another puppy down here and has lost his harness. Shadow would have went down places like that. Lucy would have went down places like that. Not this. You don't like steps, well. I like steps as people. Oh no. There's only so much history you can handle, Pet. I've restarted heading down now, but I hope I've seen it all. The wee hours are parting both ways here. That's the steps down now. I think we have seen it all, haven't we? We don't want to go the whole way down and come back up again. Oh no! Two guns up here. There's the rangefinder. We didn't see the rangefinder. How do we get up to that? We didn't see that above. Did they even want us up there? That's the only bit we haven't seen. Windows down below. There's two separate wee buildings there. There's three bits of buildings up there. There's the rest of the fort down below now. Let me stand this wee bit of concrete here. Yeah, look, that's a good view now. Oh. Only that one wee building there, well, probably somebody's gone up to that. Come on, that's why pet now. Do this extra wee bit here, and then we'll see if we get over it. I hope we're not doing much of Inishowen today, pet. I'm going to leave it another day. Well, see, we'll get you back now. You get a wee sleep, because you still haven't got your deal. You might be happy just going back to Buncrana. You like Buncrana town, because you need to have a good bit of day as well. So we can always come back tomorrow and complete the rest. We're not that far from here, about 20 miles or so. So that's just a wee, not there, but a wood there. That's just a wee shortcut between the two. The boys would sneak back and forward so the big boys wouldn't have seen them. Passing wee fags to each other. There, look, there's a wee path there now up. You haven't been up this bit, have you, Will? How are we going to get you down now? See where this here is even angle. Let's probably get the blast away. If that was flat, probably the blast is coming back and hitting the boys. By putting at a wee angle. You go that way there, Will. Don't want Will doing most steps and shafts, see? It's a wee bit extra walking like, but it's flat. We didn't do this wee bit of path either. See what kind of view this here, Will. Imagine when they built that fort, some boy came out checking out, can we build one over there? Can we build one down there? What about there? Oh, possibly. And then he came here. That's as good as we're going to get. So they built it here. Look at that there for a view there. I don't know, a wee building the way down there. That there's a wee rangefinder. That wee building. Should have a couple of them about. We've been them years ago. I wouldn't put Willow there now. It's not worth the walk for Willow. But if you're here on your own, take a wee walk down it. Some boys at the job are just sitting down there holding a wee, a wee thing in their hand. But how they got the messages up? You know, it's easy now today with radios. But I said that wee addition on the top's modern there. You wouldn't want the enemy seeing that stone wall, would you? On the top of the roof. Probably stuck around there because of what way the gales is blowing in. Ones are complaining. See, I'd walk down to that, but Willow's going to follow me. I don't want Willow following me because it's the exact same as them other ones anyway. They don't want you down there. There's nothing stopping you, but we've seen all the original stuff there is to see. Seen the original doors, seen the original slats moving. But I'll stay there. Stay there, Willow. Now, Willow, you need to stay this time. You need to stay. This is cliff walk here, pet, cliff walk. You stay there. Look at the wee face. Forget about history, man. Come on, we can leave that bit of history. No, not leaving me go. Come on. Always go back to it. I'll start heading back now. I reckon head down towards the car and get you a drink of water and then we'll get something for the tummies. I'll get a wee cup of tea. I'll get myself a wee cup of tea as well, pet. We're sort of backtracking on ourselves now, but I'm interested in getting to that wee bunker above.
We've got to make some money somehow.
They make, well, it's the biggest opium producing country on the planet. That is already.
Well, I'm on now, Pip.
Very
good. Alright, Garrett. Head back this way now, Pip. I started heading down now. You know what, football? It's not sunny, but it is a bit warm. I've got my warm thing on me. But if I'm warm now, then there's no surprise, well, it's a wee bit warm. And we were in there already, Pit. We've already done that. But see, you need two of them, Pit. I always thought they're roughly the same height, but the ones we see here are not the same height. See, that one up there might have been for Big Boy with a pair of binoculars. If you wee viewing gallery, that's what I'm reckoning up there, rather than a... He'd look down and see what was going on, maybe on his wee radio. But hopefully we can open this up to the public proper. See it there, look. Bearing in mind these wheels, but they've been on that side of the wheels were on. But for what I can see here, see these pins here? That's to hold a wooden platform. The wood would have lifted up, she would have hooked in and give you another table. Table for what? Set things on. What's that, is it? See, the electric's been at it later. That's the Irish Army took over, they want the comforts. Don't know what them wee air shaft things do, but the thing about us, they close in the open. So why would you want them closed, and when do you need them open? The car get a tin on there. They had a wee tin roof on there, so this could have been. They could have had shells here. God knows, they could have been busy one time. So they just added an extra wee bit of roof on. Put a couple of, but you know, these things are designed. It's a bit like McDonald's. The designer designs them. And they build them. And you might have had a duplicate of this here, 5 or 6 around the country. But then the boys go to work on it. They find problems. It doesn't matter what industry you're in, you find problems. You know, the Titanic sister ship. You have Titanic, Britannic, and Oceanic. One of them was turned into a hospital ship and was torpedoed by the Germans and sank. And even after all the measures for the other two sinking, the third one still sank. And they wondered, well, why did it sink? It was in the Mediterranean. It was far too warm. And people had all the doors and portholes open. They couldn't stick the heat. And that's what happens here. These boys designed this thing. And maybe somebody said, you know, we need a wee shelf there. Now, it was probably dangerous as anything putting a shelf there. There's no protection. But it made it handy. And the boys, we're not going to get a wee path up that place, Pit. The boys that designed this made it to be secure so it wouldn't blow itself up. But the boys working here, it's too hot, whatever it is. We need a wee shelf there. And they took Russ. And that's how you end up with things failing. Hold on there, Wallow. Stay there, Pet. So that ain't supposed to have a wee shelf there because it's probably vulnerable. But the boys working here took a wee chance. No health inspectors come and checking. The big boy comes once a year, just tidy it up, hide it. Doesn't have to see it. Wallow. That's jungle. That's the kind of thing you do in the winter time when all the grass has died down. That's a winter event. So we're wasting our time going around in a circle. Start heading down this hill now. Oh, Wallow! Blackberries! You need sugar to get you down this hill. You're not going to make it without the sugar rush. Blackberries! Another. Oh, oh. See that there, boys? That first one been peed on. Are you trying to tell me I'm touching it? No, she doesn't want that first one there. That's dodgy. See? Yeah. Well, doesn't eat. She may eat shite, but she doesn't eat. She doesn't. Well, that's why now. She doesn't eat blackberries. It's been pissed on. See if I find some higher up ones. There you go. Now look at this. Look at this. There's the original wee shelf. Then again, I had wire in the windows. Look at that seat thing. It must have been a seat. This must have been something. See, look, that's heavy bolt there. Over that done there. So I'm thinking, you know what that is there? No, it's not there. I was going to say it was up where a stove sat. But, there's a stove. There's the hole. So anyway you see a concrete base, there's a stove. So a wee bit of heat in here. Why have you got a bit of heat in here? What else people doing here need a wee bit of heat? Wire in the windows again. They weren't very trustworthy in them days, were they? Everybody put locks on doors. And, oh, look. Oh. Not sure. E-A something. W-T. D-E-A-D, dead. Something dead. Old writing. That's not graffiti. This is old official writing. Warrant. W-E-A. I don't know. I'm not very good at spelling. Anybody does all these quizzes and all. If it's writing then, it might be writing somewhere else. Because the military like to label everything. Even though back in the 1800s and all that people couldn't read. But by the time this protocol was built, what would you put? Weapon. W-E-A-P. Nah. I'm trying to guess. Well, I'm trying to guess. Do you see there? There's like a rectangle. It must have a wee notice on there too. You see how it's a different colour? And they've had a wee striping all along there. There's no gun racks here. What would that? I'll try put on the GoPro, see if anybody can make it out. Anybody know? Put your comments below. There's another word there. But nobody, there's about 10 people watch my videos. Well, what's the chances of one of them 10 knowing that? Now, it could be an educated bunch. I looked up my statistics, and it's people in the elder age group watch my videos. All the young scallywags don't watch my videos. So the folk that know absolutely nothing don't watch my videos anyway. Look at that, look. That should be preserved. A fully working cabinet. Metal locker, fully working. Takes a wee padlock. Like that's Irish Army time there, like. Look, 2 wee coat hooks. That's a wee personal locker there. Put your wee personal stuff. Look, see it with a wee towel hanging on there. So when you come in, your hands is wet. Well, you can dry your hands in a wee towel there. There's one thing I haven't seen up here. That's a toilet. Now, bearing in mind them guns go back, but they haven't tried to modernise it with a toilet. There's a metal bar in there. So they could have had an electric cable or something going in there, modified it sometime. There's no central light there. So that there wee locker now, we know it's the same as that one. And there's 2 pegs.